Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey y'all, good morning. Happy Thursday. This is Thursday. Wow, this week is flying by. Happy Thursday. Good morning. We're back. We're back. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jamelia Ward. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm trying to make sure I got all my topics, honey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, did I want to add that? Hey, Rose. Hey, Erica Butler. Good morning. Mashonda Jackson. Good morning. Siobhan Foster. Good morning, Laura Eden. Good morning, Truth Be Told. Good morning. Shirley Terry Chronic. Good morning. Lisa's World. Angela Kelly. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I see y'all. What up, KBR? Good morning. Good morning, Ty. Good morning, Gloria Williams. Good morning, Maria Clark. Ronnie. Good morning, Classy Type Lady. Audrey Williams. Good morning, Sugar Mama. Good morning, Carla Burrell. Good morning, Frederick Phillips. Good morning. C. Lewis. Gail West. Good morning, Henry Lee. Good morning. Good morning. Let's stick a pin in that. Come back. Y'all, I'm sorry. I got only 1,000 things going on this morning. Ciao. Ciao. Give me a second. Lord. Oh, no. I'm on the wrong one. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Bear with me. All right, boom. There we go. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Cupcake Mamas. Good morning. What up, Chef Don? Good morning, Brenda Gresham. Chef Don, prayers to you, sir. I saw your post. Just want to let you know I am praying for you. Okay. Keep your head up, sir. We got you. We got you. All right. Keep your head up. Y'all send some praying hands to the homie Chef Don for me if you can. All right. I rock with him. Y'all know we try to keep each other lifted up when they're going through moments. So not to call him out in any way, shape, or form, but just to let him know that we got his back and that we are praying for him. Okay. Charlene Matthews, thanks for being here. Brenda Gresham, thanks for being here. Who else? Hibiscus Rose. Hey, Cupcake Mamas. Hey, Purple Unicorn, another content creator. Thanks for being here. Sylvia, thanks for being here. Baby Doll, thanks for being here. Audrey Gavins, I see you. ADR, thanks for being here. Aries Girl Podcast. Hi. Who else? I want to make sure I get everybody. Inga Bruce, hey. Who else? Marshawn Bradley, I'm sorry. hello. I see the praying hands. Thank y'all. Keep them coming for Chef Don for me if you can. Impertitious. You don't really have to know what's going on with a person to send praying hands and or pray for them. So, all right, with all good intentions, send some good words up for him. All right. Thank y'all. Kim Jones, thanks for being here. Kim Yu, thanks for being here. Got a lot of Kims in here. About 2 Kims. All right. What up, and what up, Kenyatta Jones? Johnny J, good morning. Yeah, send the love over there. Send it to him. Praying hands, okay? Thank y'all. Okay? Yes, honey. Yes, Maria Clark. What's up? Cookie Clark, good morning. Good morning. Yep. We got you, Chef. We got you, baby. We got you. We got our hand in the middle of your back, honey, pushing you. All right? We got to look out for our people. That's how we do it over here. All right. Yep. Let's get on with the show. All right. First, before we get started, I got to say this. First of all, let me apologize to my followers. Okay. For those of you that watch me, I know y'all were looking for me yesterday, but Rail be trying to do too much sometimes. And I had to slow it down. My throat was feeling kind of weird yesterday. So I took some medicine. I was in bed by 7:30. So sometimes you got to listen to your body when your body tell you to slow down and get some rest. And I had to do that. And I woke up this morning feeling so revitalized. I said, okay, I can do this. All right. Because yesterday I felt so beat down and I felt like I was trying to get sick. I said, oh, hell no, I cannot get sick because I have a big, huge event planned this weekend for my husband. His birthday is officially today, but we're having a huge black tie affair for him this weekend. So I said, oh, hell no, I got to get my shit together because, baby, I got too much going on. Mel's event is this weekend. So I'm trying to be out in the streets for that too. But y'all, Jesus. But shout out to my husband. Shout out to you, babe. Happy birthday to you. He already knows shit. I already told him before he left the house this morning, but I don't let him know publicly on my platform right over here. Happy birthday to my husband, the person who makes me tick, the person who keeps my sanity in check, to be saying, babe, choose your battles, don't snap off on a bitch. Him. Thank you, baby. All right. Love you down. Happy birthday officially to you. All right. And the turn up is going to be that this weekend. I got to be the designated driver. So that means we got to watch our consumption so he can turn up. Y'all know how it goes, but it is what it is. So yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to him. And hopefully I get to see some of you guys. If y'all are going to Mel's event, I'm going to try to step out in them streets. Because every time they come to town, they be like, real, are you coming? Are you coming out? So I'm going to try to step out and see some of the peoples and take a few pictures. So if y'all going to be there at the event or the festivities, y'all might see me because I do pull up. Okay? I do pull up. Me and... Okay. Now let me stop. Anyway, let's get into the show. All right. Don't be trying to run up either because we on ready. Because some of y'all out here crazy, but I'm crazier. Just PSA. All right. We pull up, but okay. All right, let's get into the show. Yes, honey. Happy birthday to my husband. All right. And I don't know anybody who be wanting to go to work on their damn birthday, but my husband, I be like, babe, it's your birthday. He don't give a fuck. He be trying to chase a bag. I respect it. But I don't never go to work on my birthday. If it's my birthday, I take that day off and probably take another damn day off because I'm not trying to work on my damn birthday. But him, he get up, honey, get dressed and out the door. I'm like, it's your birthday. But hey, it is what it is. So he chose to go to work today. Hey, get your money, honey. I ain't mad. All right. Let's get into the show. All right, so everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. We got some great topics, honey. It said my husband takes the week off. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I like to travel for my birthday. When it's my birthday, I like to travel. I don't like to be home. I like to be out and about so I can go shopping and everything else. I love that. But he's a very simple type of person. As long as he get his favorite things that he likes, like gifts and stuff like that. He's a watch fanatic. So as long as he get him a fly timepiece and stuff like that, he's straight. So I got him. No, I got him. Got a lot of surprises for him. All right. Yes, we do. And I'm glad I'm feeling better, child, so I can perform at my best. Let me stop. Y'all get on my business. All right. So let's get into our show, child, because y'all all nosy and whatnot. All right. So let's get started. All right, so let's get into our first topic. Now, I want Sweet Tea and Quad, I want them to have a sit down, some type of intervention, because, baby, listen, when I tell you the two of them, it's like a back and forth. Like, I really wish they figure it out. In this clip here, I'm getting ready to play for you guys. Sweet Tea is doing an interview where she said that Quad should be mad at Andy Cohen and not Dr. Simone, and said that she was worried that Quad may cause self-harm due to potentially not returning last season. So she was concerned, saying that Quad might try to hurt herself by not being on the show because she's jumped out here and bought this huge house and had some other financial difficulties or whatever, and was relying on the show Married to Medicine to pay her bills and didn't know if they were going to be bringing her back. Yeah, I know they were trying to ice her out last season. But yeah, she was, saying that she didn't know how Quad was going to be. I was just like, don't put that out, because then you make it seem like the girl is like suicidal or something like that. I hope it's not that serious. But let's get into what she had to say. All right.
I would have did the same thing Simone did, because what you not done to do is play in my face as if I ain't been there, because I've been there. Annie was the one kept questioning Simone. So she should have, and I'm like, well, you need to check Andy. Because Andy do know what happened. So he was just like, he wanted to bring more context to the audience.
Well, it's definitely, from what it seems like, Simone has never really taken a liking to Kawhi. And that's what they need to get down to. There's an elephant that has been in the room since Kawhi got on this show, and it's finally coming out, but then we're making it about other things, and that's not fair to Kawhi.
No, it's funny because even last year when they were deciding to ice her out, I had no dog in that fight. And so they were asking me and Alicia not to say anything because we had no idea. I'm just coming in, I'm showing up to work. But I had no idea what was going on behind the scenes, and there was things that was happening behind the scenes, and they wanted a way to play it out on camera. They wanted to make it make sense on camera. And so I remember Simone was like, y'all, you could tell me, Alicia, like, hey, y'all just kind of sit back and all that, and because y'all don't know nothing about what's going on. And so I was like, oh, okay. But although
it made sense for you anyway, because it's gonna look like, of course, she doesn't want Quad here,
right? And I didn't say anything, but I also had a heart for her, and I was like, look, although like we didn't have any issues, but I was like, I don't want to make her feel bad. That's not what I'm here for. And so I was willing to be nice to her, and also I'm the one that actually was advocating for her. And Simone, if Simone can even actually vouch for me and say that I was actually advocating for Quad.
Well, that's why you came. Part of why you agreed to be on the show to help her out as well.
And so, like, I wasn't trying to be mean spirited and all that. And I was like, and I was like, well, what if? I was like, well, y'all. I was talking to Heavenly, and Simone was like, well, what if something happens? Like, what if she might do something? Like this is her whole life, her job. And so, I felt that in that way. And I was like, what if she might do something to herself,
Because that was presented to you when Heavenly approached you, like, this, she needs it. So correct. You only know, like, this is all you know.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, yeah, what if something happens? Like, I don't want to be witness to that. That's me. I would have did the same thing Simone did. Because what you're not done to do is play in my face as if I ain't been there, because I've been there. Annie was the one who was questioning it, kept questioning Simone. So she should have, and I'm like, well, you need to check Andy. Because Andy do know what happened. So he was just like, he wanted to bring more context.
Right, so did y'all hear that? I don't know if you should put out, and I like Sweet Tea. Don't get me wrong. I like Sweet Tea. I've interviewed Sweet Tea. Y'all saw that over here on my channel. I don't think you should put that out about a person, because then it kind of make people think that she does have some issues to where she might be trying to hurt herself, especially now that she's carrying. Like, we want this to be as stress-free as it can be. Because like I said, she is expecting. I'm not a huge fan of Quad, but I'm a mom, so I get it. I don't think that things like this should be said, especially in this moment. Shout out to Chef Don Don. I saw where you were just saying that she was dealing with a lot with her niece, where she drowned in her pool. At the time, she was dealing with a whole lot. So we don't know. A person can snap and do some things, but I would not put that out to say that, oh, this person was going through so much and I'm afraid they're going to do something to themselves. If you don't have that close of a relationship with them, I don't think the two of them like each other. I know Quad don't like her, even though she was pretending that she was all up in her damn DMs. Oh, congratulations. That was some fake shit. But anyway, I want Sweet Tea to focus on just she and Greg and not Quad, because I'm seeing too many interviews with her talking about Quad, and it's starting to be obsessive behavior. People that I don't like, I don't talk about. People that I don't like, I don't give that kind of energy to. And I think she might want to back away from talking so much about Quad, because it's starting to be distasteful. Okay, if she's watching my channel, because sometimes I know she says she watched my videos, and this is not a dig at her. This is no shade towards her. It's just, you got to read the room. Read the room. Stop talking about Quad, because then it makes people think that you have some type of jealousy or something against her, when Quad is just, I don't really see Quad doing interviews. Well, sometimes she will take some shots, but I don't see her just sitting up in interview after interview after interview and talking about Sweet Tea. It's weird. And like I said, I'm not a fan of Quad, but I want them to figure out this weirdness between the two of them so that they can continue their lives. Sweet Tea, focus on trying to get you and Dr. Greg a baby, which is something that you guys say is at the top of your list. I'm rooting for them. I would love to see her be a mom. I think that's where her focus should be. I think you're stressing out too much over what's going on with Quad and what she's doing or not doing, and all these interviews about her. It's too much energy. Stress can keep you from getting pregnant. Take away all those things that's causing you to be so consumed with someone else that you don't like, and put that into something that you do like or that you want to become, which is a mom. Okay, that's great advice. I don't care. All right, pat my own damn self on the back. I wouldn't be doing that shit. I just wouldn't. So shout out to her. Shout out to Quad again for the news on her expecting. Okay, I'm not a fan of her, but I do applaud the fact that she wants to be a mom now, and that is happening for her. So shout out to her, and shout out for Sweet Tea and Dr. G still trying to become parents, because I think it'll happen in some way, shape, or form, whether they adopt, whether she get pregnant on her own, whatever the case may be. Shout out to them. All right, let's move on. You guys remember a little bit back when we talked about Nene Leakes and Portia having this little knockdown drag out about Portia not wanting Nene to be on said show that she was going to be on, and Portia tried to block Nene. Y'all remember that? Yeah. So of course, you guys, let's get into this. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Nene Leakes is to appear on the Netflix show The Upshaws, following Portia Williams allegedly telling the show's production company that she didn't want her to work with her. All right. So I don't know what this energy is between the two of them, but they're saying that Nene Leakes and Cynthia Bailey guest star in the new season of The Upshaws, premiering January 9th. And they're saying that there's a first look for that. Let's see. All right, but let's get into what Nene has to say, because Nene, of course, has something to say about Portia trying to block her.
Here goes. So earlier this week, I was told by my management company that the Netflix scripted series called The Upshaws were interested in casting me for a part. In Upshaws, it's Mike Epps and Wanda Sykes. Directing this particular episode is Kim Fields. I was excited to do it. It's a comedy. I love comedy. I used to have a comedy show out on the road. Some of you guys know. So comedy is something I love to do, and was really happy to do it. As the talks went on, we agreed upon whatever we agreed upon. I was to fly out to LA on Tuesday. They told me that Portia Williams Badia was also playing in this particular series. She would be side by side with me. Excited. I haven't seen Portia. We always have a good laugh when we see each other. So I was just like, okay, so me and Portia are going to kill this part. I get to LA on Tuesday. They tell me to go straight to the studios. I need to go into wardrobe. Once I got into wardrobe, I chosen to wear like this silver color. They showed me a picture of Portia. They said that Portia's wearing something similar in color, and maybe I would choose something else, because disappointing video. We were going to be, side by side doing the scene. No problem. I gave them a whole different look. They told me we were going to be having rehearsal. At rehearsal, I didn't see Portia. There was a stand-in. We broke for lunch. We came back. We were going to do a whole run-through. I still didn't see Portia. I'm just waiting to see Portia, right? I'm excited to see Portia. I'm like, well, I want to, make that Portia sense. I'll be able to chop it up. So Portia never came. We wrapped for the evening. I went back to my hotel. When I got to my hotel, production called me and asked me if I had any issues with any housewives, because they were going to be recasting the other position. And I was like, oh my God, no, like what? And they were going to recast the position that Portia was playing. I was like, what? Why? And they said, do you have any issues with Kim Zolciak, Cynthia Bailey, Marlo Hampton? And I was like, no. Like, I just saw Kim recently and we talked. I talked to Cynthia Bailey often. I talked to Marlo Hampton often. No, like, they ultimately cast Cynthia Bailey, and she was flown out to LA on Wednesday. We did the part together. I was later told that Portia did not show up to work and had said that she did not want to work with me, that we had issues we were going to be, the past, and she did not want to work with me.
Wow.
Let me take that in for a second. Listen, I am more than disappointed. Portia and I have double dated a few times, okay? Okay. Simon had a birthday. We were all in Miami together. We hung out for the whole weekend to celebrate Simon's birthday. We all decided one weekend to go to Vegas to see Usher. We all went to Vegas to see Usher, couples. I was in Dubai. Portia and Simon were in Dubai. We all hung out. Young and I have gone to Simon and Portia's home to hang out, party, drink. My son came over, brought hookahs. We ate African food, had a great time. Of course, Portia had a wedding, and I'm at her wedding. I've seen Portia in Atlanta out. We've laughed and talked. I am shocked that Portia would go to a production company. Okay. Besides that, as Black women, okay, when you call a Black woman angry, difficult, we've got problems, I can't work with them on set, that is a death trap for a Black woman in the industry. Yeah. We don't have any issues that we can't work together. We are professionals. We get on set and we work together and do what we got to do. Your issues in the past, if you had to pick a housewife, it certainly wouldn't be with me. It would have been with Kenya. It would have been with Candy. Those were your major issues. We've had petty things. We're on a reality show. So we obviously are going to have some sort of issues, but we've not had anything where we could not work together. I'm sad and disappointed that Portia would go to any company and say that she's had issues with me and we cannot work together. That is a lie. I text her. So it's not like I'm doing this video. I didn't text her. I text her. And she sent me a text back saying that she's going through her divorce and I didn't reach out to little sis. Are you serious?
So is that the issue, that Portia was going through a divorce with Simon and she's saying that Nene did not reach out to her for that situation, which caused her to be like, oh, I can't work with her. Like, girl, let me tell you something. When it comes to getting a bag, when it comes to getting a job, because jobs in Hollywood don't come easy. So if you're being casted and they're looking at you for a certain job, swallow your pride, girl, and get your ass in there and get the job done. You don't have to like a person to work with them. Just get in there. And even if you gotta, have interaction on set, do what you got to do, get your money and go home. You ain't got to speak to them after that. But when you're on set, be cordial, get your money and show up for your role. That's how you do that. I can work with people I don't like. I can get a bag. I ain't about to mess up my bag over some, small bullshit like that. But do I feel like Portia was right to do that? No, I don't. And that shows that you don't really have a lot of growth there to say, oh, I can't work with this person. I have a problem with this person. I don't want them on set. If they're going to be there, I don't want to be there. That's some stupid bullshit. I would never. Now, Nene can probably be difficult because she do have a little bougie attitude from time to time, all right, because she thinks that she run the world sometimes. She's a little narc. But bottom line is, in situations like this, just show up and do your damn job. That was given too much.
You and your husband were just happy and smiling in Dubai. I thought you guys were having a fight. And maybe you guys are going to get back together. I don't know what y'all personal business are. I don't want to be nosy, okay? I don't want to invade your privacy. Maybe you need some time. I don't know what you need. I was happy to see her and talk to her and chop it up then. I don't want to cry. Yes, Yummy and Simon are hanging out together, but that's okay. Besides that, as Black women, okay, when you call a Black woman angry, difficult, we've got problems to do with me. I'm not hanging out with Simon. Yummy's hanging out with Simon. I can't change this relationship with that man. I wouldn't let him change my relationship with Portia. It's disappointing. It's very disappointing that you would do that. It's very disappointing. And people need to stop. They need to stop doing that. That's not right. When Portia and I were on Housewives together, she was divorcing her first husband, and I fought for Portia to stay on the show. I went to production and talked to whoever.
I hear that? Nene is saying she fought for Portia to stay on the show during the first time that she was married, okay, to Cordell. Nene was fighting her to stay on the show. So it's weird that Portia would turn around and kind of like slap her in the face with this Upshaw show to say, hey, I don't want to work with her, meaning that you want her ass to be gone and you want to stay. So it's weird.
To talk to her at Bravo to just put my 2 cents in that I felt like she should stay on the show. When she drug King off that couch, she was saying all kind of things. I got down on my knees and put my hand over her mouth so that she wouldn't dig herself into a bigger hole than she was already in. The bottom line is Portia did not want to share the spotlight. That's it. And professionals can share the spotlight. Portia is not a star. She is a Bravo celebrity. Be clear.
That's shade. Come on, Nene with the shade. She said Portia is not a star. She's a Bravo celebrity. Well, shit.
Nothing to do with me. I'm not hanging out with Simon. Yanni's hanging out.
So you heard Nene, honey. It says alleged text messages show Portia accused Nene of choosing a side in her divorce. Child. This is so high school, okay? And then there are the text messages here. It says, hey, Portia, I hope you are doing well. Says, I'm shocked to hear that we have issues and you didn't want to work with me. Wow, just wow. This is what is Nene is saying to Portia. Nene is sharing her text messages with what she said to Portia. Says that we have hung out in Dubai and that you were texting me about housewives. This is sad. Says that we are Black women and need to work and not stopping each other from working. Okay, that's what Nene is saying to Portia. Portia responds by saying, yeah, all of that. And through all of this, says, and this is your first text. Says, how and who and how the F do you not even check on little sis? Little sis, and says that even said that you chose a side, and I'm good with that. Rather, says that people are weird as F. Says I've shown loyalty time and time. It says that I've also shown concern and genuine love during all of your hardships, but I never get it back. So Portia is mad because she doesn't feel that Nene supports her when she's going through stuff. Says it's cool though. When people move differently, so do I. So maybe this situation was a whole get back for Portia when she reached out to production and say, I don't want to work with Nene because she was feeling a way about Nene. But I don't feel like you should ever block somebody's bag. Like that's some bullshit. Okay. So of course, Nene responded by saying that you are wrong in every way, that you went extremely too far. Nothing you are saying is valid enough to go to a production company and say that you do not want to work with Nene because we have issues in the past. I agree. Nene goes on to say that I gave you your space, that I didn't want to invade your privacy. I didn't want to seem nosy. She said that I wanted to wait until I see you in person. She says, I was excited about working with you. She says, as far as Naomi and Simon are concerned, that they have their own relationship and I have nothing to do with that. Okay. And then they go on to keep talking. Of course, you can see that got cut off. So it's giving that it's a personal issue that Portia brought to work and tried to use that personal issue to try to block Nene's bag. And I don't respect that at all. Okay. I hope they figure that shit out, but it looks like it worked out well for Nene because she would definitely be on the show, The Upshaws, coming up in January, as they said.
Okay. The past.
Let's go back. Okay. So as you guys can see, January 9th, Nene will appear, and Cynthia Bailey has been casted for Portia's role, which she was originally going to do on the Upshaws. It's a funny show. I've watched it a few times with Wanda Sykes on there. It's funny as hell with Mike Epps. So we'll see what it's given. Hopefully they can get on there and do what they got to do. That's going to give Nene a little bag, honey. All right. So we'll see what it's giving. We'll see what it's giving. I hope the girls figure it out. The girls is out here girling, honey. They are girling and fighting. I hope they figure it out. Another person that I don't know might not be able to figure this shit out because they about to be up in the jail, honey, is none other than Peter. Peter Patricia is what Nene named him. Patricia, honey. Peter Patricia Thomas. All right, let's get into him. Let's get into him because the feds is on his ass, girl. Ciao. Says that the feds reportedly want Peter Thomas to serve 2 years in the prison for his tax case. Peter owe everybody. This is so sad. This is so sad, Peter. Let's get into it. It says that, shout out, of course, to Neighborhood Talk. Peter Thomas might have to report to the Slammer for a few years if the feds get what they want. Now, according to the Baltimore Banner, federal prosecutors are suggesting that Peter served 2 years in prison for his one felony count of failure to pay over trust fund taxes. Now, this is as previously reported that Peter pled guilty to the felony after he was caught pocketing $2.5 million that was supposed to be filed as employment taxes for his workers across his multiple businesses. Now, since he pled guilty and is now awaiting sentencing, federal prosecutors filed a motion to the judge to recommend that Peter serve at least 2 years in prison, child. Ooh. Peter Thomas, honey, flagrant violations of his federal payroll tax obligations over many years that served to unjustly enrich his companies and himself by more than $2.5 million and deprive the federal government funds used to provide important retirement and disability benefits to employees warrants the recommended sentencing, the memo states. Child, he about to go to jail. Gotta pay them taxes. They don't play that shit. Now, they said that Peter Thomas now, like most tax cheats, was motivated by greed. The sentencing memo reads, it says that Thomas defied the tax laws, expanding his business, hiring more employees, increasing overhead, and adding more business locations at the expense of his legal obligations. Now, Americans can spend their money as they see fit, including on business ventures. However, they cannot steal other people's money. I know that shit right. In this case, their employees' payroll taxes to prop up their otherwise failing business ventures. Okay. Now they're saying they hope Peter got a good lawyer because the feds do not play. And we know that. Okay. The feds stay watching. For those of you that don't know, the feds stay watching. We already know, we've covered this on my channel as well, where Peter Thomas was not paying his employees. They went in, they reported his ass. And he's in a lot of trouble. All of his businesses have been shut down. He also is getting sued and has been sued by his most recent landlord for not paying his rent for, I don't know how he got away with over, I think they said 6 months in back rent they were saying he owed. I don't know how you can stay somewhere for that long and not pay rent and they don't already initiate a eviction on you. But so he's in trouble with not only his landlord, but the feds. He like I said, several of his employees he's not paid, and they reported that he's been pocketing the money. He has not paid taxes. He got a lot of shit going on. So 2 years, that's great for the amount of money that you did not pay. They gave him a chance to pay it. He's not paid it. He did do a video a while back saying, don't believe everything you see and hear, trying to say that it was lies of what his employees were saying about him not paying them. But now, as you guys can see here in real time in this post, it said that he's not paid his employees. We haven't heard anything else from Peter in terms of responding to these allegations that are put out about him. But we're going to wait to see what happens with that. Is he going to respond? Is he going to be up in the damn jail? He's probably just going to go to jail and he'll still be up to have to pay this money back. I don't know why he was doing that. I do know when I talked about this before, he was paying his employees by check. He was also not giving them all their tip money, according to one of the waitresses that worked at his bar one locations. I think of the one in Charlotte where she was saying that she would get tips and they would take her tips and they would get paid by check and they would go to cash the check and the money would not be there. One of the employees popped up at Peter's business to try to get her money. And one of his managers there told the lady if she did not leave that she would they would call the police on her. So it was crazy. She did capture it on video. I played it on my channel, and Peter denied that as well. So, child, typical. I hope they figure it out. I hope his employees get the money. And of course, they're going to testify against your ass now because you don't piss them off. You can't be withholding people's money and steady hiring people knowing you don't have the money to pay them. So Peter was doing some under the table type bullshit. And now you got to pay the piper, sir. Sorry for you. But the feds is on your ass. All right, let's move on, baby. Let's move on. Can't play with the feds, baby. You cannot play with the feds. All right, and Uncle Sam gonna always get theirs, whether it's on the front end, back end. They don't give a damn what end. They're gonna get it. All right, they're gonna get it. Let's move on into some more news, honey, with Papoose and Remy Ma. They fighting. They've taken their grievances to social media, and everybody's in their business, including me. All right, I was kind of hoping that the two of them could figure their situation out and rekindle, but it's giving that's not gonna happen. Papoose has recently spoken out, in which he's been really quiet in this situation. Once everyone found out that the two of them split up, I saw a video where Papoose had a birthday party. Remy came there, brought their daughter. Papoose went over to like kiss his daughter on the cheek, and Remy was giving all kind of faces and like looking all crazy. I was like, girl. But so Papoose accuses Remy Ma of cheating, narcissism rather, and stalling their divorce after public feud, also involving his new girlfriend. All right. Now we know Remy was also seeing this no-name rapper, according to what Papoose and a few other people were saying, which I thought was some crazy shit because Papoose held you down the entire time you were in jail, watched your kids, wrote your raps. Yeah, he's a ghostwriter. Go check him out. If you don't know who Papoose is, he crazy with that pen. A lot of Remy's raps, it's been said that Papoose wrote her shit. So I ain't heard you come out with nothing new, Remy. I ain't trying to throw no shade or nothing, but I'm just saying it's given that when I listen to Papoose, when he rap and freestyle, and I listen to your stuff, it's very similar. That's all I'm saying. No shade, but he's nice with the pen, and I feel like he helped push her career along a lot behind the scenes because that was her husband, which he should. If you good with the pen like that, you should write some fly shit for your wife and get a little bag for her because that's both y'all bag. All right, so you're gonna get two chicks, one for her and then one for your ghostwriting. But bottom line is, I feel like Remy kind of did him wrong when she stepped out with old boy and she did the shit publicly. I don't know what happened behind the scenes that made them, be going through what they're going through. But let's go ahead and talk about this. We're going to show some receipts that they showed, and let's get through it. The drama between, get out of here, Tisha. Shit. The drama between Remy Ma and Papoose has reached new heights as the estranged couple publicly trades accusations. And baby, it's accusations for your ass. All right. Now, Remy Ma claims that Papoose is afraid of his new girlfriend, boxer Clarissa Shields, and lied about spending the night with her. It says that she also, or rather, she has also accused the pair of spreading false stories about her in the media. Now, according to the tension, it says that Remy alleges that Clarissa isn't the only woman in Papoose's life. Shit. All right. Well, it says that on the other hand, that Papoose has fired back with accusations of his own, calling Remy a narcissist and a serial cheater. Not a serial cheater. It says that he also claims that she's refusing to grant him a divorce now that he's moved on. So she's stalling. Let me find out. It says that meanwhile, Clarissa Shields has entered the fray, defending Papoose and pointing fingers at Remy Ma. Now, Clarissa Shields alleges that Remy Ma has no grounds to be upset because she supposedly has two boyfriends of her own. Damn. Okay, let's get into these receipts that they posted, child, because baby, it's getting so messy, and I'm here for it. All right, so this person says randomly up at 4 a.m. and seeing Remy Ma going off on Papoose in his and his boxing girlfriend over on Instagram. So the shit is getting crazy. All right, so Remy Ma says, but that's okay. We are human beings. No human is gonna be able to report they every move. Says that you see nothing wrong with that. So Papoose is saying you take accountability. You are the one who is married. Says that if you can't at least sleep on the phone with me or be with me in person, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know that you made it home safe or to communicate you fell asleep in the Sprinter. So then the next message is after the office. I'm going to a Christmas party at the office. The CEO asked me to come last week. You don't know that, do you? You don't know that, do you? All right, so it says that remember my response by saying Pat rather, I don't care that you don't have to tell me nothing. Okay, so she's letting him know, go do what you do. You ain't got to tell me shit. I ain't keeping up with you. So Remy Ma posted that Papoose is dumb, says that I fell asleep on the phone with Clarissa Shields, meaning his girlfriend, laying in my house. He refused to leave, says that this biatch supposed to be a world champion boxer and gets scary and hung up as soon as she heard my voice. It says that now I'm telling everything. Oh, and baby girl, you not the only one. So she's letting the new girlfriend know that Papoose have other women that he deal with as well. This is so messy. So Remy Ma posted on her stories on Instagram. She says this lady Clarissa Shields and that sorry ass publicity team been putting out fake stories on me every day to make me look bad and him look like God's gift for too long. Says that I begged Papoose to put out something to stop the narrative, and he kept telling me to just stay quiet, that's the best thing to do. She said that, well, I'm tired, and he said that he would never F your cuz, that he would never F you because you're ugly, but don't worry. She said that I saw everything. Now the world is going to see it since you are so tough, boo. All right. Ooh, this is messy. Not that Papoose won't go F you because you was ugly. Child. All right, so it continues. So Clarissa, this is Clarissa, the girlfriend. This is her and Papoose in the picture. She's pretty. Says that how a woman with two boyfriends mad at a man that has a girlfriend. Says that at Remy Ma, she let them know I'm talking to you. So she added her. Says that if I ain't the only one, then why the hell you tagging me? Shit, that was clap back. All right, damn. All right, so Papoose has spoken up. He says, sad to say that Aunt Remy Ma is a narcissist, that she chose to cheat repeatedly. Damn. Now that I finally moved on, she's playing the victim. Says that I have requested a divorce numerous times. She rather clout chase on social media than handle this like a civilized adult. Says I did not want to do this social media foolishness for the sake of my 6-year-old baby. Says that she has to go to school. Now, as you can see, I remain quiet through this all. That's what Papoose is saying. He's requested a divorce multiple times. She refuses to do that. But my thing is, if you guys have moved on to other people, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. Go ahead and figure out how you're going to do the custody thing with your 6-year-old, what kind of child support, who's going to get, and move on and get divorced. If you guys are this miserable and fighting, and now you're taking it to social media, which I totally disagree. This is y'all business. Everybody shouldn't be in your business like that. I mean, thank you because it gave me some content this morning. But bottom line is you guys should be handling this behind the scenes. When you bring this type of shit to the internet, that's when things can get very dangerous. All right. Obviously, Papoose, he has someone else. Remy, you been having somebody else. You came out first with somebody else. And then he decided to move on when he saw the shit wasn't going to die down and you were going to still continue to date who you were dating. So respectfully, if you guys aren't getting along to where you can't move on, the shit is going to get dangerous. We know that Remy got hands and she always want to be out here on the fighting and stuff. She got a slick mouth too. So this shit can get very dangerous if they don't figure out a middle ground in this situation. Now, shout out to the Jasmine brand. They said that the drama between Remy Ma and Papoose has reached new heights as the estranged couple publicly trade accusations. Remy Ma claims that Papoose is afraid of his new girlfriend, boxer Clarissa Shields, and lied about spending the night with her. Why does that matter to you if you guys are moving on and if you have someone else? It shouldn't matter where he spent the night. But it's given that Papoose is still staying in the same house with Remy, so she's clocking maybe his moves, and maybe he clocking her too. Somebody need to move out and y'all just mind your damn business and date until your divorce is final. Now says that she has also accused the pair of spreading false stories about her, as we just said. Adding to the tension, Remy Ma alleges that Clarissa isn't the only woman in Papoose's life. You shouldn't care if you moved on. Shouldn't care. On the other hand, Papoose is fired back with accusations of his own, calling Remy Ma a narcissist and a serial cheater. It says that he also claims that she was refusing to grant the divorce, at which I just said they should move on. Now Clarissa Shields, the girlfriend, as you guys just saw, I read to you, she has jumped in the situation to go after Remy as well. Remy is very street. Let me just say that. I hope she don't take this shit street. Think of your daughter. You just got out of prison, spending time away from your son during the time which he is getting ready to go to prison because it's said in the alleged that he unalived someone. So now he's going in, and we don't want you going in too after fighting over this situation with Papoose's new girlfriend, because they say she got hands too. She's a boxer. So Clarissa, she got hands. So I don't know how this shit gonna work out, but they need to figure it out. All right. This person says, well, Remy Ma and Papoose definitely ain't cooking each other's breakfast this morning. Okay, I don't think they were cooking each other's breakfast anyway. It says that the streets been saying that Remy Ma was cheating from a year ago when she was spotted with Easy the Block, and that's who she was seeing, wearing matching outfits at Red Lobster. But I mind my business. Yeah, she been seeing Easy the Block, and she was wearing his chain, which everybody was like, what the fuck is this? Because you literally got out of jail. You and Papoose was happy, and then we saw you with this dude Easy the Block all booed up in the little booth, sitting over there eating with his arm around you with his chain on. I was like, what is this? So Remy Ma having two boyfriends is crazy, but Papoose lying to his side saying that he fell asleep in the Sprinter, but really in the bed with Remy Ma is wild. Oh, damn. Says that now, why is Remy Ma exposing that Papoose is squatting in her house and his champion boxer girlfriend scared of her? Says that 2024 just keep getting crazier and is. So that's what's going on with them, child. That's what's going on. Papoose going to move out, baby, so that you can move how you want to move until y'all get y'all divorce. All right. I know their house is full of tension, and their 6-year-old daughter is probably hearing them argue back and forth constantly. This shit crazy. They might be still sleeping together too. I ain't gonna hold you. Like Remy, I feel like you still might be giving him that little wop, even though you got two boyfriends. If Papoose is staying in that house, you can't tell me he ain't gonna creep up that hallway while your ass was laying up in the bed and ain't gonna knock on that door and then slid in them covers, child. Y'all know how it works. You mad because sometimes you ain't all the way that mad. Sometimes you mad, but sometimes you ain't all the way that mad. So they might be still doing a little bit, but then on social media, they going to throw each other under the bus because they're a little bitter. You can tell they still have love for each other because you fighting too hard. You fighting too hard. You still checking for what he doing. If you moved on all the way, you don't give a fuck what they doing. But let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and share. Let's share. Yeah, child. I ain't checking for somebody like that. If I ain't fooling with you no more, I don't give a damn who you see. All right. Don't be clocking my coochie mouse. Keep it moving, baby. All right. Now, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says that JayZ's partnership remains unchanged despite the civil lawsuit. You guys know that JayZ is being sued for R-wording a 13-year-old. Roger Goodell, who is over the NFL, says that their relationship ain't gonna change. He ain't trying to fire him. He ain't trying to break ties with him. Y'all know JayZ got a lot of money. There's a lot of contractual stuff going on as well as money being exchanged in this situation. So I see why he's saying, yeah, no, we're not breaking up. We're not about to not do business together. Now, during a press conference, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell addresses the league's partnership with JayZ in light of the sexual assault lawsuit against the rapper. Now, Goodell stated that from our standpoint, our relationship with him is not changing, including preparations for the next Super Bowl. You guys know the Super Bowl is coming up early next year. And you guys know Kendrick Lamar is on to perform. Now, I'm just hearing that Beyonce will also be performing in the Super Bowl. She's going to be doing some type of Christmas segment, which was just added. Y'all know that JayZ is over the performances for the Super Bowl. So why wouldn't Beyonce be added to that? That's her husband. So if she want to perform, she going to get on the program because he's over that. So a lot of people were upset about that, saying that Kendrick Lamar should get that full set in terms of having to split it with Beyonce because they only get a few minutes to perform anyway. So now his set for performing at the Super Bowl will be cut so that Beyonce can come on and do some damn Christmas songs, in which we don't really give a fuck about that at the Super Bowl. I ain't gonna hold you. I like Beyonce. Beehive don't come over here on the bullshit, but we don't want to hear no fucking Christmas songs at the Super Bowl. I want to dance. I want to crip walk. I want to, I want to be on that. We're gonna be hyped. It's gonna be Super Bowl. I don't want to hear no Hark the Herald Angels at no damn Super Bowl. I don't want to hear no fucking Silent Night at the Super Bowl. I mean, y'all want to hear that shit? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear Here Comes Santa Claus. I don't want to hear that. I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus at the fucking Super Bowl. I don't want to hear that shit. But apparently Beyonce will be performing and she's doing like a Christmas segment. So yeah, whatever, girl. All right, so JayZ responds to the allegations made in a sexual assault lawsuit filed by the Jane Doe. Now, it says that my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter, says it from a lawyer named Tony Busby. Y'all know that name. We've heard that name so much. There's so many cases that Tony Busby is behind in terms of trying to bring down not only JayZ, but also Diddy. All right. Says that what he had calculated was the nature of these allegations of the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. So he said he's not settling. He is going to go to court and fight this because he's saying he wasn't there. But I do have a little receipt that I want to show. Don't be mad at me, JayZ, okay? Don't be trying to do me like you did Jaguar, right? All right. Now, JayZ was saying that he was not at a certain party with Diddy, but from Hip Hop Wave, I saw this on Hip Hop Wave. Let me share this. Let me share this. Now, this is, they're saying that JayZ was at this same party. All right, shout out to Hip Hop Wave. Shout out to Hip Hop Wave. All right, now, as y'all can see here, Diddy is fighting with Jennifer Lopez. They're saying that this is the very same party that the 13-year-old girl was violated. All right. JayZ said he was never there. Now they're saying that after the after party photos of Jennifer Lopez and Diddy allegedly from the same night, that JayZ and Diddy stand accused of R-wording a 13-year-old girl resurfaced. It says that the ex-couple seemingly had an argument that night. So look how Diddy is all up in her face, got his hand on the wall. It's an aggressive argument, as you can see. Don't look like J-Lo is backing down. Let's blow it up. Don't look like JayZ. Don't look like J-Lo is backing down. Look like she had a few drinks and whatnot. But Diddy's all up in her damn face, and I don't know what the hell he's saying to her, but she's like, bitch, who the fuck you talking to? So it's like she clapping back at his ass. So I guess she is Jenny from the block. All right. Yeah, she is Jenny from the block right here for sure. So yeah, so they're saying that JayZ was at this same party, and at this same party, as you guys can see from Hip Hop Wave, they're saying that this is the same party that the girl was accused of being R-worded by Diddy as well as JayZ, because she was saying that she went to the party, someone gave her a drink, she noticed that she was feeling dizzy. Somebody led her to a room and told her to lay down until she felt better. She said that after which she said that Diddy came in the room, like playing like he was checking on her. The next thing she knows that she was being R-worded by him. She was telling him to stop. He did not. After he finished R-wording her, she's saying that that JayZ came in there, and right after, so she was gang R-worded according to this girl. I'm not sure how this girl got into some type of party at 13 years old, but weird. Now, once she said that this situation happened, from what I read in another publication, that she called her dad to come and get her. And then she said that she's been traumatized by this situation since. So that is why a lawsuit's been filed. So it's giving that they're trying to bring, of course, JayZ down too. They already got Diddy, so they're trying to get JayZ too. But according to Hip Hop Wave, if you guys want to see more of that, head on over there to Hip Hop Wave. But this is the picture that they're saying that JayZ was actually at that party too. But as you guys can see, J-Lo was there, because I think that was around the time that J-Lo was dating Diddy. So, and she decided not to fool with his ass no more after the situation went down with Shine. Y'all remember when Shine got into that situation with Diddy, and he had to spend all that time in prison. But let's move on, child. Mess. Thank you, Rose, for helping in the chat, child. And thank you to everyone else for being here. Okay, don't forget to hit that like button, guys, as we breeze through these topics. All right. Now, JayZ's alleged son blast his response to the assault claims and demands a DNA test. Looking at this little boy, I think that might be his son. All right. Yeah. Michael Jackson said, but the kid is not my son. I don't know. This kid might be your son, because he does have very strong resemblance. The eye area, the nose. I mean, it's giving a younger JayZ. What y'all think? Do y'all think this might be his child? Now, this boy been saying for some years, this is not the first time I've heard this story about JayZ having a child that he was not claiming. JayZ has very strong features. Yeah, all of his kids look like him. Go look at Beyonce's younger kids, especially Blue Ivy. When she was younger, much younger, she looked just like JayZ. Now, the older she's getting, she's starting to look more like Beyonce. But his younger kids, the twins, look just like JayZ. This boy here on this picture looks just like him. So he is demanding that JayZ have a DNA test to prove that he is his father, because for years he's been not claiming him. They said they think Diddy snitching on others behind bars. I believe that as well. Whatever he can do to lighten his sentence, I think he's going to do that. I think that R. Kelly is also snitching in order to get out, okay? Because he did say that there were other people involved in some of these parties and some of these things at the studio that he is being accused of. So he's pointing the fingers at others because he don't want to spend that time alone. But let's get back to JayZ. Remy Satterwhite, who is 31 years old, who claims to be the illegitimate son of JayZ, has expressed heartbreak over the rapper's strong denial of a recent lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault. Somebody said that's not JayZ's son. We're going to see because he's asking for a DNA test. Now said that JayZ, who is 55 years old, has dismissed the complaint, which involves allegations of a R-word incident with a then 13-year-old girl in 2000 as a blackmail attempt. It says that the billionaire, okay, was only recently revealed as another party named in the civil suit initially filed against Sean Diddy Combs in October. Now, Remy, who has spent over a decade seeking paternity acknowledgement from JayZ, said his fight is about uncovering the truth. All right, let's read what he had to say. And he said a lot. Damn. Good thing I can read real good, huh? Now, Remy says that if Mr. Carter values the ideals of honors and protecting children, as he claims in his letter, he should step forward with transparency. He continues to deflect and avoid. Remy goes on to say that Remy's late mother allegedly alleges that she became pregnant with him at 16 after a brief relationship with JayZ, but the rapper has consistently refused to take a paternity test. Now, Remy also accused JayZ's legal team of using the courts to avoid addressing the matter. It says that in the statement about the assault allegations that JayZ denied all claims and reaffirmed his commitment to protecting children, calling the suit against him idiotic and harmful to his family. Now, what do you guys think? You guys can put in the chat. Do you guys think that this young man is JayZ's long-lost son from his mother, who she says at 16 she became pregnant and had her son with JayZ? He does have strong resemblance. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, looking at him, he does kind of favor JayZ. It could be his son, because y'all know a lot of those rappers back then was running through women left and right. At some of these wild parties, it could be. It could be. I mean, it don't take but one time to sleep with somebody unprotected and they can get pregnant. So it's a possibility. And if JayZ is avoiding taking a paternity test, I mean, you can stop all of this with just a paternity test. If you take it and it comes out that it's not his, then he has to leave you alone. After that, when you find out this child is not yours, then get a restraining order, which means he cannot keep bothering you and or coming for you and keep saying the same thing over and over. That's all you got to do. Take a paternity test. It's a possibility. You were wild back in the day. You went to parties, you messed with women, allegedly. But yeah, so shout out to Ramirez, shout out to JayZ. Hopefully they figure this whole paternity situation out. All right. Yeah, just take the test. What's that gonna start? You're a billionaire. Go and pay for the shit too. And just say, hey, let's go ahead and stop all this. I'll pay for the test. Let's go take the paternity test. If you're not my son, then here's this protection order. Leave me the fuck alone and let me go on my life. If you are, you guys figure things out and go from there. If you want to have a relationship with him, do. If not, y'all figure it out. I don't know. But you can stop all of this by just going to take a test. It's so simple. All right, Cardi B speaks out as she was reported to Child Protective Services as someone tried to say that she was abusing her kids. So she is speaking out and she is talking about CPS coming for her. They did a visit to her home. They checked her children thoroughly to see if there was any abuse towards her kids. So she's mad because she said that these are egregious allegations, that she's never even spanked her kids before. So I don't know who it was that reported her, but y'all know Child Protective Services do have to respond, and they do have to go to the person's house and check the kids out when they do get these allegations and they do get these calls about somebody's kids. It don't matter just because you're a celebrity. It don't matter. They're going to still come behind them gates, and they have to do their job in terms of checking out said allegations. All right. So Cardi B is speaking out against Child Protective Services, accusing them of harassing her family. It says that the rapper and mother of three, Culture Wave, and her newborn daughter were estranged with estranged husband Offset, recently shared a video footage of a call with CPS where she slammed the agency for their alleged actions. Okay. I don't know who called on her, but she is pissed. Let's get into it. Shout out to the Jasmine brand on this. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let's back it up. I got so much going on over here. Hold on. Don't fuss me out, y'all. Y'all said, we can't camera. We can't hear. All right. I got you. I got you. Somebody else. All right. Y'all ready? Let's say the catch up. I got you, boo. I got you. There we go.
Confused. She didn't even know.
Well, this is getting so mad.
I wish I had an answer for you because you're not the first person to ask me that question. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you. Anybody can make a call. Yeah, in the state of New Jersey, anybody can pick up.
Okay, so this is my question, right? Me and Offset have millions of fans. Just how much we got fans, we got people that don't like us. So
just that, like, let me explain. So these are just allegations. In the state of New Jersey,
can make an allegation, and you guys gonna come tomorrow. In 2 months from now, somebody make an allegation, and you guys are gonna come.
I want to say that no, we wouldn't, but
say yes.
I'll explain this to you. There's some states that they don't take half of the things that they get a call about, and there's other states that do. We happen to be a state that we take everything. I can call right now and say, I think I saw a kid walking the street.
But I got a question. You know the celebrities that live in the house. It's so easy to Google. What in the world makes you guys think that my kids are being abused? There's not one bruise on my child, on none of them.
I understand that, but
no, because you don't understand because you don't have children. You don't have children, so you don't know how it hurts when somebody alleges that you're abusing your kids. Tomorrow, somebody else can make an allegation, and you guys gonna come tomorrow. In 2 months from now, somebody make an allegation, and you guys are gonna come.
I want to say that no, we wouldn't, but
say yes.
So, I mean, they gotta investigate. If they get a call about something, they can't ignore it because you're Cardi B. And I'm a fan of Cardi, but I mean, some celebrities can be abusive as well. I'm not saying that she is, and I'm not saying that she did, but I'm saying if they get a call saying that they feel like one of her kids may have been abused, Child Protective Services have to investigate that. They have to follow it up, because what if they don't and there's a real situation? Then they did not do their job, and that's not a good look. Somebody's ass can be fired behind that. They have to investigate that. So she's mad because they came to her house and checked her kids out. And of course, she went live to try to blast CPS for doing so, but they really were doing their job. Now, whoever the person was that called on her, whether they didn't like her or whatever, and it was, they were just doing it out of malice, that's not a good thing. And they ass probably gonna get sued once she finds out who it was. But she's pissed about that. And I would be too if somebody made an allegation to say that I was abusing my child and that shit never happened. And CPS coming through and checking your kids. They got to check everything. They got to check for welts. They got to check to see if you spanked them. If they got any marks, they're going to question the child. All of those things. Okay, let's get into it.
You keep harassing me. And there's actual kids out there that is getting abused. There's actual kids out there that getting their ass beat. None of my kids have ever got touched. None of my kids ever got a little pow, a little whooping, a little nothing. None of that. None of that shit. And you out here harassing me. My kids live like kings and fucking queens. Like, for crying out goddamn loud. They go to Target every single time they get good grades. Something they're supposed to be doing. And y'all want to be fucking harassing. Because, bitch, you want to be fucking annoying. You want to be the cool bitch in your little fucking office. While there's kids out there that's getting their ass beat. They're getting starved. Their parents ain't shit. Their parents on drugs. They don't have no fucking assistance. But you want to be fucking harassing me, bitch. Talking about you got to interview my kids again. And that you're going to go to my kids' school. And that you need harassing me. You keep harassing me. And there's our daughter's information. Why you need my baby girl information? You being a nosy bitch. That's what it is. And on some G shit, I'm so petty, bitch, that I'm going to fight you for it. If I have to pay $30,000 today to my lawyer so you could go fuck off, I will. And bitch, I will give your fucking information out too. Just cause. Stop playing when it comes to my fucking
Don't sit on live and say you're gonna dox somebody because that's against the law, Cardi. If you're gonna pay to get a lawyer, do that. That's legal. You can do that. But don't sit on, I know you're mad, but don't sit on live and start saying you're gonna commit a crime, because it is a crime to dox people. All right. You can't put people's personal information out there for on a get back. You can't do that shit. So let's continue.
Kids, you want my daughter's information. Why you need my baby girl information? You're being a nosy bitch. That's what it is. And on some G shit, I'm so petty, bitch, that I'm gonna fight you for it. If I have to pay $30,000 today to my lawyer so you could go fuck off, I will. And bitch, I will give your fucking information out too. Just cause. Stop playing when it comes to my fucking kids. You want my daughter's information.
She mad about that. I don't blame her, child. I don't blame her.
Actual kids out there that is getting abused. There's actual kids out there that getting their ass beat. None of my kids have ever got touched. None of my kids ever got a little pow, a little whooping, a little nothing. None of that. None of that shit. And you out here harassing me. My kids live like kings and fucking queens. Like, for crying out goddamn loud. They go to Target every single time they get good grades. Something they're supposed to be doing. And y'all want to be fucking harassing. Because, bitch, you want to be fucking annoying. You want to be the cool bitch in your little fucking office. While there's kids out there that's getting their ass beat. They're getting starved. Their parents ain't shit. Their parents on drugs. They don't have no fucking assistance. But you want to be fucking harassing me, bitch. Talking about you got to interview my kids again. And that you're going to go to my kids' school. And that you need harassing me.
So she mad about that. I feel her on that. Whoever reported her, that's effed up, man. Because she do have a lot of people who don't like her. And then you have, unfortunately, it's going to be stans and people that are not fans of you are just going to do shit like that to try to make you look bad as a parent. She obviously loves her kids. She said that she does not pop her kids. She don't spank her kids. She said they don't even get a pow pow. I think she meant a pop pop. Because a pow pow, we know what that is. But that's sad. I hope they figure it out. And please do not dox the lady, because then that could be some legal problems for you, Cardi. All right. There's other ways to fight back in that. Get you an attorney, just like you did with Tasha K. You won that situation. Get your attorneys and let them do what they do and step back. Even though you're mad, don't retaliate, because that can get you in a whole lot of trouble in this situation. Let your attorneys fight this situation for you. And whoever is out here doing that and continue to keep doing that to try to make you maybe try to lose custody or have them harassing you in this way, that's effed up, okay? That's all I can say. That's effed up. Stop fucking with people's kids, because people don't play like that. Sad. Let's move on. James Harden, basketball player James Harden, could be in a lot of trouble after someone patronized his business, and they said that he was overserved. Some alcohol, which then got into a car crash that unalived 7 people. Okay, this is so sad. Let's go ahead and play the news outlet that is talking about this, and then we'll talk about it. It says that James Harden's restaurant listed in wrongful death lawsuit following a fatal crash that unalived 7 people. Let's get into it.
Restaurant owned by former rocket star James Harden is now at the center of a wrongful death lawsuit.
Well, the Taylor Jackson was one of 7 people killed in a horrific car crash last fall. Now her family says the driver that caused the crash was overserved at Harden's restaurant.
ABC 13's Maya Shea is live outside of 13, the restaurant, to explain. Maya?
Yeah, the lawsuit indeed accused the James Harden-owned restaurant, which you see right behind me, of overserving the man who police say actually caused the entire crash, which happened just a few blocks away. And right now there is 1 lawsuit filed, but more could be on the way. It was a horrific crash that garnered national headlines. Police say Christian Herrera was driving a car that ran a red light and T-boned into the SUV on Fannin last November. In the car were 3 former U of H football players.
Restaurant owned by
Jackson's family filed suit. As part of the suit, the family alleges that Herrera was served past the point where he was obviously intoxicated, to the extent he presented a clear danger to himself and others. It goes on to allege that the restaurant staff failed to track and record the number of drinks served to a particular patron, among other issues. Jackson's lawyer told ABC 13 they did not want to speak about the crash on camera and instead will let the case play out in court. James Harden's company did issue a statement expressing sympathy for Jackson's death and saying they were just made aware of the lawsuit. We ask for your patience as we gather more information on the filing, and we will make a more formal statement as soon as possible. Jackson's family filed suit.
That's crazy. Look at that car. Damn. I don't see how anyone could live through that shit. Look at that car. It looked like a can smashed. Jesus. That is, oof. Lord have mercy. Now, they're saying that last November, let's get off that picture.
Former Rockets.
Last November, 7 people lost their lives in a tragic accident, including former NFL DJ Harden, while dining at James Harden's Houston restaurant. It says that by James Harden. Now, the driver, Christian Herrera, was under the influence when he ran a red light and collided with another vehicle, resulting in the crash. It says that the family of Taylor Jackson, one of the victims in the tragic accident, is filing a wrongful death lawsuit. They claim that Herrera was overserved alcohol, and the lawsuit, which seeks more than $1 million, names James Harden Restaurant Group as a defendant. Okay, so they are suing because they feel like he was overserved and that the server did not track how many drinks the person was being served. Okay, you're supposed to do that, and they didn't do that shit, and so now they may have to pay. Now, according to ABC News, the restaurant is accused of contributing to Christian Herrera's intoxication by providing him with an excessive amount of alcohol. Okay, do we have any bartenders in the group in my chat? Are you guys required to track the amount of drinks that you are serving a patron that comes to your bar or that comes to the establishment? Anybody that's a bartender in my chat, can you speak on that? Can you guys speak on that? It says that he did run a red light and he crashed into someone else. All right. But they're blaming the fact that he was the last place that he was at was James Harden's restaurant, and that he was overserved, which contributed to this particular crash of him going through the red light and hitting someone else. So do we have any bartenders? Put in the chat for me if you guys are required, if that's a requirement for you on your job as being a bartender, that you are to track the amount of drinks and you have to watch the person that you're serving in terms of when you're serving them. Okay. Okay. It says, and I'm an ex-cocktail waitress. And yes, that's what you have to. Okay. You have to. Right. Okay. It says, yes, that's possible. It says, yes, in the state of Texas. Okay. Thank y'all for that. Thank y'all for confirming that. Snatch by Diego says, let me get to my main screen. Hold on. So we can pull the comments up here because I want to be able to read them. All right. So Snatch by Diego says that if they're visibly intoxicated, it depends on your job. Says I worked at a restaurant for years, but I don't think all places track drinks. Yeah. I don't think they do either, but if it's a requirement, they're supposed to. Says that what if they was lightweight? Yeah. Again, Siobhan Foster says that she's a ex-cocktail waitress, and yes, that's why they have town classes. Okay. Yes. Dot Willie says that yes, in the state of Texas they do. Someone says that's a lot to manage. Another person says that this crash is why I cannot understand how Maurice and Marsau can laugh about Maurice's DUI. That's a great perspective. Thank you so much, Angie Flows. Yes, absolutely. Because just like that, someone could have passed away because Maurice did crash and hit somebody's car. Y'all do know that, right? That's actually in the court documents that he did hit somebody's car. No one was in the car. From what we were told, but he did hit somebody's car. So it's weird to me how they dropped that entire suit against Maurice. Not to get off topic too much. Let's see what Queen T has to say. Says that I don't think that the bartenders or restaurants should be babysitting customers on how much they drink, because if restaurant is full, how do you keep track of everyone who's been there and drinking? Just like they would keep track of that damn tab. If you got a tab, they keeping tabs of how many drinks you're drinking. If you say you want to open a tab at the bar, they're keeping tabs of how many drinks you're getting, because they got to know how much or how many drinks to charge you for. So in a way, they are keeping tabs in a way. But for someone who's just sitting there saying, hey, give me another, let me get another beer, at some point you got to see that person is being a little or getting a little bit too toasted and say, hey, that's enough. We can't serve you anymore. Okay. Not everybody can hold their liquor. When I go out, I have to eat while I'm drinking to kind of help absorb some of the alcohol. I don't even really do like a bunch of starch and stuff, but y'all know, like when you eat fries and stuff like that, it kind of helps soak up our bread. That's why it's good to eat while you're drinking. But you got some people just sit at the bar and they're just kicking back. And hey, these people shouldn't have been driving. They should have got it, left their car and probably took an Uber or something like that home if they had that much to drink. That is just so, I hate to see stuff like that, because that so could have been avoided. Let's get a couple more comments, then we're gonna move on. Says but they could be at a dinner table and not at the bar. So that's a lot of yeah. You're right. It's so many scenarios in this situation that we can look at it in different ways. It says, and all of them downplayed it for Maurice, even Dustin them. And yeah, they did. They absolutely did. That's true. Grease do soak up the look. It do. Should I eat you a good old burger? Fries, you gotta eat messy in order to soak up that damn soak up that alcohol. You gotta eat unhealthy foods to soak that shit up. I'm just trying to tell you. Ms. Washington says, I've been a waitress. Use your discretion. Don't serve people into a stupor. Says it's irresponsible. Yeah, I agree. ADR says the drink tally says that I always assume bars keep tabs because they're running up a bill anyway. However, I don't know if bars have a limit based on the type of drink. Okay. Says I've been to a bar and restaurant where you have to open a tab even if you're getting just one drink. Yeah, I agree. You guys have some great perspectives. Thanks so much for that. But we'll see what happens with this. I'm gonna keep my eye on this case to see how they proceed with this, if they decide to sue him or whatever. All right, let's move on to this next topic. I saw this and I wanted to definitely share this, because for those of you that get surgeries or you have to go under, keep in mind that sometimes doctors can do things that's unaware to you. And this particular lady here, she felt like something was going on. She did not trust. There was something that she didn't trust about this doctor, but she did put a hidden camera in her hair, you guys. She was wearing braids, kind of like what I have, but she wore it in like an updo for her surgery. And she put a small hidden camera there, which captured some things that her doctor and the nurses who were performing a surgery on her had to say. And they were saying some really nasty things about her. They were picking at her body while they were performing the surgery on her as well. So she got all of this on video. It says that a woman secretly records her surgery and is horrified by what she hears. Let's get into this because this is very juicy. All right.
Felista says she broke down and cried when the doctor told her she would have to wait 2 months before her hernia surgery could be scheduled at a county-operated hospital.
I was like, 2 months? I can't last for 2 months. I can't do this for 2 months. I'm terminally ill right now. I'm very, and he said, listen, and he got very abrupt. He said, well, who do you think you are? You're going to have to wait, just like everybody else.
The doctor's tone, Easter says, made her decide to tape record her surgery.
This is my natural hair. I had a weave at the time, which is braids extensions. And when I put my hair up, I put the recorder right in my hair.
Soon after you hear Easter start to snore, Easter says the surgeon tells others in the OR what he thinks of her.
She's a handful. We've had some choice words to us in clinic when we didn't book her case within 2 weeks. Really? Including having to call a lawyer and file a complaint.
All right, so the surgeon is saying, because it's kind of muffled in terms of the video that she has, but it says that a woman secretly records the surgery and is horrified by what she hears. Now, the surgeon is saying that she's a handful. She had some choice words for us in that clinic when we didn't book her case for 2 weeks. So it sounds like he got some little animosity while he's doing her surgery. So then you hear another male voice saying, oh, really? So the surgeon then says that I'm going to call a lawyer and file a complaint, and starts laughing at the woman. So the next male voice says that that doesn't seem like the thing to say to the person who is going to do your surgery. So the surgeon says yes.
Like the thing to say to the person that's going to do your surgery.
Easter says some of the OR staff made disparaging remarks about her body. She says she's very self-conscious about her belly button. You could hear a nurse in the OR laughing about it. On the tape, you can hear a male staff member say to the anesthesiologist, precious, meat, precious.
It was precious, meat, precious, as though I was this fat black woman.
Easter says you can hear some OR staff members talking about touching her and a reference to Bill Cosby. On the recording, Easter says one OR staff member refers to her as always the queen, and then the surgeon repeats the phrase and says he feels sorry for her husband. Ethel Easter says she broke down and
that's some crazy shit. And she captured all of that in a small camera that she hid in her hair when she had braids. She wore it in an updo. That's some crazy shit. Honestly, I would be scared to have someone perform a surgery on me if there was some negative words or some ill feelings prior to the surgery, because you don't know if they could do something and then try to chop it off as a mistake to say, oh, this mistakenly happened. Or you just never know. Maybe they're in there tugging a little bit too hard when they should not be. Maybe they, you know what I mean? Maybe they're making you wait a little bit longer than you have to. Any little thing to get back at you. Obviously, he felt a way about her complaining about him in a situation prior to the surgery or having to wait, because he vocalized that during the surgery. Like, you got my life in your hands. I'm out because you guys have to give me medication to take me out of myself while you're performing this surgery. Not only is the doctor participating in this rhetoric, but his nurses who are assisting him in the surgery on this particular woman. So it's crazy how all of this was captured on video and how he's saying he's going to sue her. But now it looks like she may have some type of lawsuit against them. It shows the trash ass doctor, and you have to always make sure you do your homework on doctors, period. Anyway, if you're getting a surgery, make sure you do the background on your doctors. Find out how many people was unalived after they did surgeries on them. You gotta check and make sure they're board certified. There's a lot of things that you have to do when you're looking into having surgery by any doctor, and always get a second opinion. Just because this doctor told you that doesn't make it law, because they could be wrong in this situation, and you can speak to another doctor and they may say, hey, you really don't have to get surgery. Just, get this done, and you can avoid some other things down the line. But hey, this shit here is crazy. Never, ever, ever lay up under a person when you have words with them. A doctor, if you having a negative connotation with this damn doctor, don't be sitting up under there letting no doctor cut up on you. I wouldn't have done that shit, because I don't know how you gonna handle me when I'm out. I don't know. I don't know how you gonna handle me. I'm not gonna let you have my life in your hands and you feel that way about me. Okay, y'all cracking jokes, calling this woman precious and everything. Precious, meat precious. That's disrespectful as fuck. Like, disrespectful. Thank God she had that hidden camera up there. Thank God she had that hidden camera. Did y'all hear that? I'm gonna play it one more time uninterrupted and just let you guys hear it and see the messages for yourself. Okay, then we're gonna move on.
Cried when the doctor told her she would have to wait 2 months before her hernia surgery could be scheduled at a county-operated hospital.
I was like, 2 months. I can't last for 2 months. I can't do this for 2 months. I'm terminally ill right now. I'm very. And he said, listen. And he got very abrupt. He said, well, who do you think you are? You're gonna have to wait, just like everybody else.
The doctor's tone, Easter says, made her decide to tape record her surgery.
This is my natural hair. I had a weave at the time, which is braids extensions. And when I put my hair up, I put the recorder right in my hair.
Soon after you hear Easter start to snore, Easter says the surgeon tells others in the OR what he thinks of her.
He's a handful. He's had some choice words to us in the clinic when we didn't book her case within 2 weeks. Really? Including, I'm going to call a lawyer and file a complaint. It just doesn't seem like the thing to say to the person that's going to do your surgery.
Easter says some of the OR staff made disparaging remarks about her body. She says she's very self-conscious about her belly button. You could hear a nurse in the OR laughing about it. On the tape, you can hear a male staff member say to the anesthesiologist, precious, meat precious.
It was precious, meat precious, as though I was this fat black woman.
Easter says you can hear some OR staff members talking about touching her and a reference to Bill Cosby. On the recording, Easter says one OR staff member refers to her as always the queen, and then the surgeon repeats the phrase and says he feels sorry for her husband. Ethel Easter says she broke down and cried when
sad. That's a sad situation. I would never go back to him again, and definitely report his ass to the board. All right, that's what you need to do. All right, there's always a way to fight back in situations like that, but definitely, child, Of course, you have to be prayed up when you have surgeries anytime, but I definitely would have got a second opinion. And like I said before, if you had words with him prior to your surgery, that's probably not the person that you want cutting on you and or performing a serious surgery such as that. Prayers to her for that. I hope she figures it out. This is sad, and that's a great idea to get a hidden camera. I ain't never thought no shit like that. To put a hidden camera in your hair, and she captured all of that by way of hidden camera. Y'all know they have like cameras now where you can get like a pen. It look like just a regular writing pen, and it's cameras. You can get a camera anytime, and they have them small as this, like hidden cameras as small as that you can place anywhere. That's why you also have to be careful when you're traveling. I was since we're talking about hidden cameras, I was watching this thing online where these people were traveling on like this cruise ship, and this person put a hidden camera, and I might have covered it on my show, put a hidden camera in their room and was watching all their private moments by way, and it was a staff member from the ship who placed a hidden camera, a small hidden camera in their room and was capturing all their private moments, them getting dressed, them being intimate, conversations and stuff like that. So you have to be careful. Hotels, if you go to hotels often, you might want to check. People put stuff in events. People put stuff in hidden places. Staff members and stuff being nosy, child. You just never know. You never know. You never know. So definitely make sure when you're traveling and going different places, and also if you're going to be getting surgeries and stuff like that performed, check the temperature, read the room, check up on this doctor, the doctor who's going to be performing your stuff, so that you can make sure that you are safe and not in no crazy mess. Because baby, people are crazy. All right, people are crazy. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. We're almost to the end of our show. Look at that. There, we got that. All right. Yeah, we got that. Y'all do know that Lisa Bloom, aka Gloria Allred, I think that's Gloria Allred's daughter, is going to be representing Melody Cherie in her upcoming RP case. Let me get back to my main screen. Y'all do know that, right? That's gonna be a great thing for Mel. So shout out to her. They said Airbnbs. Let's look at a couple comments before I move on. Airbnbs having issues with hidden recordings in the house. Yeah, I've heard about that too. I've never been in an Airbnb. I just always like a 5-star or plus hotels because or resorts. I stay at a lot of resorts when I travel. Any devices to pick up cameras? Yeah. Anybody ever had an experience like that where somebody had a hidden camera on you and you didn't know it and you found out later on? It says that that's a violation. There's a sign of those hospital doors that says no recording devices allowed after this point. Yeah. Yep. I did see too on like a news thing where like when you if you go to the ER and they have you in those rooms where they're waiting, it's cameras in there as well. So if you're doing some crazy shit in there that you should not be doing, for those people like going there and be stealing gloves and shit like that up out of there, yeah, there are cameras. There are cameras in those little rooms while you're waiting to see the doctor. Okay, there are, because I also saw where a lady spanked and or popped one of her kids in there, and the people called the police on her ass in the ER in those little rooms that they have you waiting in. So there are cameras everywhere. There's cameras where you don't think are cameras. Eyes are always on you. So just keep that in mind. All right, keep that in mind. But definitely, that's a great idea to have a hidden camera when you have surgery, so that you can go back and watch that shit later on and be like, oh, I didn't know that was said and or done while I was under, medication and out of it. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So let's get into this last and final, because I think I've covered everything, but I did want to talk about this because one of my subbies brought this to my attention. All right. So, and I like to talk about stuff that y'all send to me. All right. So that you guys can get all of the news in terms of what's going on. All right. So, of course, you guys know the situation of Tisha airing out airing out Martell for being gay or bi rather, because of course he like women and men according to her. Of course we all know about that. We've been seeing that all damn week. That broke the internet. Crazy and damn crazy. Okay. Hold on a second. All right, but just in case you forgot, we gotta play it again. I know y'all tired of hearing this shit, but let's play it again just for those of you that did not hear it. All right, everybody should have heard it by now.
And so him and Marsau was going back and forth. Unfortunately, edits didn't show what Marsau said, but they showed what what Martell said. So you guys really didn't see or hear everything that Marsau was saying to him, because Marsau was dropping receipts And he was naming guys who Martell have slept with in Huntsville.
Is that okay? We gotta say a legend.
No, it's not a legend. It's not a legend.
I mean,
because Carlos, let me tell you. So
ahead.
you guys have known. You said that I've been quiet. I know a lot more than what I say. And for years, Marsau have been like, no, T, don't do that. No, T, don't do that. And we really have been trying not to go there with Martell because don't understand why he was.
Y'all remember that. Now, according to this publication, shout out to the Jasmine brand, it's all over the blogs, including Urban Bell. They've picked it up as well. I feel like Tisha was used as a scapegoat in order to put this information out because Tisha never really speaks and she never really gets into shit like this. So I feel like she was put up by the Scotts and the powers that be. I feel like Carlos knew about this shit as well. And I keep saying that because he's a little too calm. He showed no reaction when this information was brought out. And he was more so trying to tell Tisha to say allegedly, but she stood 10 toes down and say, no, this is actual factual. But as you guys know, it's in it during a recent appearance on Reality with the King, hosted by Carlos, said that Letitia revealed that her husband, Marsau Scott, dropped some bombshells while filming. She claimed that Marsau name dropped men that Martell allegedly slept with in Huntsville, and those receipts never made it to the final cut. Now, we know that Carlos likes to shield Martell and or protect him. So it's not surprising to me that Martell gets to say what he wants to say, but whenever receipts are dropped on Martell from Marsau or anyone else from the cast, it's not going to be shown. So Tisha was saying that Marsau was spilling tea, dropping names and receipts. Carlos and production cut that from the actual show. So Letitia decided to take hers to social media, and I feel like she was put up to do it by Marsau. Everybody is trying to keep clean hands on this situation, but crazy for them, they sent Tisha to go and be the spokesperson, and Tisha just outed everybody in terms of saying that they knew about and they've seen videos, pictures, whatever, that the revenge piece situation was a real thing. So they're admitting that they know about it. Now, shortly after Tisha did that, shout out to one of my subbies for sending me the video, because I told y'all yesterday I want to be an early child. I don't think about this shit. But thank you guys for sending it to me, and shout out to Diana Rose, because I think she's the first person that broke the news on it, where Marsau has since responded to all of this. Let me read off what it said. Marsau says that we didn't know that if it was true at the time, and we weren't speaking to her. It says it didn't have her number, meaning Melody, and really didn't fuck with either of them outside of filming enough to get in whatever they had going on. Marsau goes on to say that at the time that it was just a stupid plot. Nevertheless, we heard hundreds of rumors about everything, so we don't know or care what's true or false. Marsau goes on to say that we don't repeat it and we don't use it against anyone, meaning the revenge piece situation. Said that the lady asked us what she should do, and we said, don't get involved. Okay, that's what Marsau said in reference to responding to what Tisha put out there about the revenge P, about the situation with Martell. Now, we all know that Marsau likes to say, he said, don't get involved. We didn't know about that. We didn't have conversation with Mel. We don't get into their stuff. The fuck you don't, because as soon as Martell got arrested, who went to the radio station and had a whole conversation with a person they say was their friend at the radio station? None other than Marsau. So I'm so tired of them saying they so removed from certain situations and they don't talk about other people's shit. You absolutely do, Marsau. You talked about stuff on the show. You guys also alluded to that on at the reunion when Destiny came out to say that, oh, don't make me tell what I know. I know things about you, Melody. Maurice sat up and said, Destiny, don't do it. And Marsau mumbled under his breath, don't say it, Destiny, don't say it. So they were alluding to the fact that they've all seen and or been privy to the videos and everything else out about Melody Cherie. Y'all stupid as hell. Tisha, you threw everybody under the bus with this information. You really did. You threw everybody under the bus. I'm going to read one more time what Marsau had to say in response to Tisha putting out there about the revenge being put out, that Martell also put out information about Ariane, videos and pictures and stuff about her. And also, they've seen the video, the Revenge P video that Martell lying there said he went and deleted. We all know, and I said this before, if you own an iPhone, I think Android is the same way. Anytime you delete a video or delete a picture from your phone, it's always backed up in your phone. It's always backed up. So just because you delete it right there from your photos, it doesn't mean that it's gone forever. And like I said, I watch enough first 48s to know if you have evidence in your phone and you go and try to delete it, number one, it shows that you're not being honest in what you're doing and that you have a reason for deleting. Why delete it? Why not just keep it in your phone if it's nothing? If you don't have any ill will or ill feelings towards anybody, or you're not trying to do no snake shit, why delete it? Why not just keep it in your phone like you do any other picture? Why delete it? What you deleting it for? Because you know some shit is coming. And after Mel said bet that what did she say? And not verbatim, she said something about I don't respond to threats, that I keep promises or something to that effect. That you saying some shit that you're gonna do this, you're threatening me, but I actually keep my promise in terms of what I say I'm gonna do. And that's not verbatim. That's kind of what she was saying to Martell. It was like an exchange in words between the two of them. Now, yeah, somebody said, yes, it does. I'm an Android user. I'm an iPhone user. I know that. If I got a picture in my phone and I delete that picture, I can always go back to where it says deleted photos and you go and delete it from there as well. So it's still going to be sitting in your phone. So you didn't automatically delete it from there. Martell was just trying to cover the basis of the bullshit that he was doing. Mr. I got receipts on everybody, but you weren't counting on this shit going as far as it went to go legal. So now you're trying to cover your tracks and avoid the prosecution is headed your way. And obviously Melody is not going to let the shit go because she's gone as far as now assuming legal representation from Lisa Bloom. And she's very good at what she does. Go Google her. She does advocate for women who've been violated by men. And most of her cases, she do win. So shout out to Melody and shout out to Don, who actually put the information out originally. And read one more time what Marsau had to say. And shout out again to Dinah Rose for having this story out first. Marsau says, we didn't know if it was true at the time, and we weren't speaking to her, meaning Melody Cherie. You were speaking. You were doing scenes with her. You were working with her on the show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. So at any time, you could have brought that shit up and say, hey, Martell showed me some shit about you that I might need to let you know, drop a bug in your ear, that is some shit out there about you so that she can brace herself and or do what she needed to. But y'all had so much hate for her and taking up for Martell and on his side that y'all weren't realizing that you were digging your own self in a damn hole. Let's go again. Marsau says, we didn't know if it was true at the time, and we weren't speaking to her, meaning Melody, and we didn't have her number, as nobody did because she blocked all y'all asses, and we really didn't fuck with either of them outside of filming enough to get in whatever they had going on. Marsau, you're a fucking liar. You and Martell and Maurice, all of y'all have done boys trips. Y'all have done guys trips together. So to say you wasn't fucking with Martell during this time is a mother freaking lie. Let's don't do that, okay? Now, Marsau goes on to say that at the time that it was just a stupid plot. Revenge plea is a stupid plot. That's a serious offense. Says that nevertheless, we hear hundreds of rumors about everything, so we don't know or care what's true or false. This is what Marsau is saying. Says that we don't repeat it and we don't use it against anyone. You have repeated it. You said it at the fucking reunion to try to quiet Melody down and use it as your get back. You did repeat indirectly. Just because you didn't let it come out your mouth. Oh, we saw the Revenge P video. Why are they playing word games? It's like a word salad with them. Nonetheless, we hear hundreds of rumors about everything, so we don't know or care what is true or false. You absolutely do. Marsau, you on the internet every day. So you very much so know what's being said and done, and you know about that. And you guys have seen the video. Tisha already said it. So don't try to backpedal and coochie pop to try to make people think that y'all asses didn't, because we know you did. We don't repeat it and don't use it against anyone. You did it at the reunion. Destiny, you did it at the reunion when you told Mel, don't make me go there and tell what I know about you. That was blackmail into trying to make her shut her mouth, or you gonna tell some stuff you know about her, bitch, but you didn't tell nothing about that paternity situation, did you? See? The person y'all put up to put the information out there, Tisha, is the slow one in the group. I don't like to call people slow. She might have a whole lot of degrees, but Tisha is kind of slow. I'm sorry. The person y'all put up to put this information out, put all y'all asses in some trouble. Because now it's giving that y'all going to be subpoenaed to the damn trial. That's what it's giving. Because you know something. And I hope you get up there and lie on the stand, because your ass going to be, you're going to be reprimanded for that shit too. That's a crime to lie on the stand. So it says that the lady asked us what she should do, and we said don't get involved. And when they said the lady asked us what we should do and don't get involved, he's talking about Carson Blue. He's talking about Carson Blue. Y'all know Carson was on the show, remember? Y'all remember Carson was on the show. Carson knows very much so what happened in this whole revenge piece situation because she was having conversations with Ariane. If you guys go back to the situation with Original Straight No Chaser, when Ariane was doing all these videos talking to her about this revenge piece situation, Ariane put it out there that Martell put her up to do it, asked her to put the video out to make it seem that Melody was out there giving BJs to random men and to make it seem like it was someone other than Martell. So she contacted Carson Blue to say, Carson, I don't know what to do. I'm scared because Martell is mad at me because I won't do it. What should I do, Carson? What should I do? Shout out to Carson Blue. Carson said she told her, if you do that, bitch, your ass gonna be locked the fuck up and Martell gonna switch it up on you and make you take the fall for it. In so many words. I think Carlos have seen it, allegedly. I ain't gonna hold you. I think Carlos has seen it because at the reunion, when Martell said to Melody, when Melody said, no, I didn't give fellatio to nobody, it was done on me. And Martell said, I got the video right back there. Carlos's eyes got like this. His eyes stretched. I think Carlos have seen that Revenge P video. It's impossible. You and Martell talk every day, according to Martell. You and Martell have exchanges every day. So for that not to slip out, for you not to call Carlos and explain that to him, I think they had a conversation, especially after he got arrested and got out. Carlos probably reached out to Martell and said, what the fuck is going on? What are these charges? What is this about? Explain this to me. I feel like Martell has had a conversation with Carlos because he was not moved and or surprised by anything Tisha had to say, even when she spoke on the revenge piece situation. He just sat there like, yeah, I heard this shit before. And what else? What you got? What else you got? Yeah, Share Canada, all of them have seen it. All the way down to Destiny. Destiny's seen it. Kimmy, I feel like you've seen it. Maurice, I know you've seen it. Okay. Marsau, you've seen it. Tisha, you've seen it. That's why Tisha sit in scenes with that little grin on her face because she knows some shit about Mel. She knows some shit about Mel. She just can't say nothing. If you pay very close attention to Tisha, when she do scenes with Mel, and Mel, kind of check her ass or something like that, Tisha knows she can't come right out and say, oh, that's why I know about that Revenge P video. That's why I saw that video on you. She can't come out and say that. But Tisha will always let how she's feeling and what she's thinking be on her face. On her face, Tisha have that little smirk like, bitch, I know something about you. I've seen that. I'm very observant. But thankfully for Mel, she's getting her ducks in a row. Their case is coming up in February. So hopefully they don't push it back anymore because Martell is never ready. Don't think he ain't sitting back watching all this shit go down and he's preparing his next fake ass attack because he don't have nothing else. All Martell can do is keep continuing this because he is scared. I feel like he's very nervous. I feel like he knows his ass is going to fucking jail behind this. And now that it's been already put out there and Tisha has admitted that they've all seen it, that's his ass. That's his ass. That's all their asses. Because y'all will all be subpoenaed or subpoenaed as your girl Wanda calls him. Wanda says subpoenaed. So all y'all will be subpoenaed to court for this situation to testify. And my prayer is that you lie on the stand. So all y'all ass can be locked the fuck up because it's a shame. Women, Tisha, Kimmy, Destiny, all of you are mothers. How the fuck do you sit back and watch this woman who you know have children, who you had your kids around? How do y'all film scenes with her? How do you be around her and act like y'all are friends with her, knowing some shit like this and ain't mentioned nothing to this girl? And it's all because of hatred and your and your love for Martell, which you guys now see who he really is. And y'all didn't have that energy to expose Martell until he came for y'all. That's the crazy shit. None of them had the energy to expose Martell until he told some shit about them. Tisha, you weren't going to say shit about this. You were going to sit on this just like you sat on everything else until Martell told people that you was giving head in a backseat. You didn't feel compelled to say shit about that. You only came forward, Tisha, out of embarrassment. That shit bothered you. That scene bothered you. Do I need to play that shit again? I know we tired of watching this shit, but come on. They're not gonna keep playing with me. Tisha, you did this shit out of embarrassment. Marsau, you reacted behind the scenes out of embarrassment, and y'all used Tisha as the scapegoat, not knowing she was gonna throw all y'all ass under the fucking bus. This reveal was done out of embarrassment. Okay, let me pull this shit up right quick so we can see again. All right, let's share. The only reason Tisha came forward, the only reason that Marsau and them had Tisha come forward to explain this shit, because Tisha don't talk. Tisha don't get into nothing. Tisha don't do nothing but throw subliminals on her Instagram. She never does a video addressing shit. So it was weird to me when I saw her on this panel, making it seem like she was doing a Messy Monday interview with Carlos, and it was all set up to get up there and expose Martell as a get back. Yes, I said it. They tried to mask Tisha's presence on Messy Monday as an interview with Carlos King, but it was only a get back at Martell for fucking embarrassing her on the show, to tell that she was fast in the ass and out here doing nasty shit, because Martell kept saying, you nasty. Oh, you real nasty. That embarrassed Tisha, because Tisha is about image. Tisha is very soft. Tisha does not like that kind of attention. She already talked about how she almost didn't, want to do the show, and she was dealing with, depression and shit because of what people were saying about her in the comments. Those things really bother her in terms of what people have to say. So to hear that shit come out of Martell's mouth after they've been sitting on his secrets for years, she said, bitch, I'm about to be on my get back. And Marsau said, you know what? Go on Messy Mondays, and that's where you do that shit. Let's play this.
Once he loses respect for me, I'm gonna lose respect for y'all. I don't have respect for you. I don't have respect, so you can talk. Okay. Hey, Tisha, if I was you, I would want to see it too. Hey, show anything you got. Show anything you got.
The other year you say, I'm sorry, and I didn't mean it. It's not true. And then you come back and you did.
Because I'm a dude. It's like dude code, and it's like bitches that we together. I'm not saying nothing about it.
Martell, we've never met together.
And Martell, you right after I
Martell said you effed with her right after I effed with her. So you went in behind Martell knowing he's sleeping with men. You going on guys' trips with Martell knowing he like men. That's weird to me. I'm sorry, Tisha, it might be some shit about your husband you don't know. I'm gonna say allegedly. I ain't calling him bi, I ain't calling him gay, but he did say in a secret video when you and the guy from the barbershop was having a little video, it's a recording. It's a recording that was played where your husband, Tisha, said, what if I kissed a man? I said that shit before. Y'all hanging real close with Martell. He sure was running all over town with burning gas, running and doing little trips behind the scenes for Martell, taking money over there to Ariane when her car broke down. You sure was ripping and running for Martell, somebody who y'all say loved men and was messing with men since high school or college rather. Y'all been sitting on this secret for Martell. Tisha, it might be some shit that you don't know. We'll find out once Martell is able to talk, but he got a muzzle in his mouth now because he on probation. There's a reason why your husband ran out there and got that protective order against him, okay? He know Martell is crazy. That's why he sat his ass there while Martell was all up in his face. He didn't get up and swing on him. He didn't do that shit right there. He was calm because he know Martell's ass would pop off on him. Martell is sitting on a lot of secrets. Martell got a lot of shit he dealing with emotionally, psychologically. That's the last person you want to fight with to know all your damn business. But the fact that y'all sat on all this shit for years like this, Tisha, it might be some shit that you might need to be checking up on while you trying to expose Martell. That's all I'm saying. Because birds of a feather flock together. That's what I do know. Let's play this shit.
Hey, you after me. You smoking crack. You know she too, right?
You know she nasty too, right? Look at Destiny face. Look at Destiny face.
You still
that wasn't common.
So you didn't deny it. Martell said you nasty too, Tisha, and was talking about you was effing my boy in college. Tisha didn't deny it. She did say that that was when I was in college, Martell. So you didn't deny it, Tisha.
And I saw it in person.
He said he saw it in person, so that means that it was in a place where Tisha didn't give a fuck about who was seeing it. She was doing what she was doing, according to what Martell is saying. from what it sounds like to me was it might have been in the back of a car or somewhere, or maybe Martell was hiding under a bed or in a closet or something when Tisha was in there doing what she was doing, and Martell knows about it. He probably filmed the shit because y'all know he's known for filming people. He's known for filming people for receipts. So like Tisha said, he might have been, if he saw it, then he was in the room or he was hiding or something. I can see him hiding somewhere in a room with his homeboy. Because y'all know boys talk and say, I'm about to bag her. Or I'm about to sleep with her. Or, oh, girl about to come over at such and such time. And Martell probably, and I'm just saying this is worst case scenario. Okay. Martell probably made sure his ass was there during the time she came there so that he can have some type of receipt on her because that's how he operates. Let's continue.
I saw it in person.
You saw it in person.
You nasty.
What
girl. You beyond nasty.
Not beyond nasty. He said you nasty and beyond nasty. That's what he's saying about Tisha. That shit bothered her.
Hey, we're not about to address that. Don't even address that, please.
I think that Martell should have never said anything that involved Tisha. I think dragging Tisha into that was a low blow.
Other than your significant other, who has shown up for you the most in this alleged friend group?
Nobody.
Nobody.
You said
that. Mine is Martell. He showed me how not to use my marriage for a shareable side chick. I'm sorry. He asked me, hey man, did Mel try to suck?
Marsau said Martell asked him, hey man, did Mel try to suck your D? That's what Marsau just said.
This is nothing new. Martell accuses everyone else of cheating and lying. He's done it with Nell Fletcher. He's done it with Kimmy. He's done it with Mel, and now he's done it with me. He had mentioned to go get some drinks or something like that. So that was my issue. To smooth it with the drinks.
I think that it's sad that because of that, he went to Marsau and Melody anything.
I wouldn't like a gesture like that. Let's get some drinks at a time that you're not doing too good.
You're accusing his friend of wanting his ex-wife.
Tisha like, Kimmy like, I can't help you. Don't ask me nothing because I don't really like you like that. So turn your ass back over there and talk to them. That's the look that Kimmy is giving.
I don't know what type of friends he's used to.
Oh, you asked me that.
One of y'all gotta go, or both of y'all gotta leave.
I didn't Tisha when my boys, okay? What you talking about? You said I couldn't. Marsau, you know who she married? You think you was uglier than you are, better than you are. What the talking about? I couldn't. You think you could? What you talking about? I got Tisha. Tisha got the bottom of the barrel. And she kept. Dude, what the? And she said, "You're still ugly."
I saved you, babe.
What's wrong with you?
Thank you.
Marsau is hurt by that. Y'all see his face? The two of them got together and had a conversation after this shit. And they said, you know what? I got Martell. What we about to do, the lowest thing that they could have done and what they put out there about him being bi, and the fact that they held on to that, they had to go as low as they could to let Martell know, bitch, you gonna say this shit right here. So we're about to go as low as you went with us. And we are getting ready to put out what we know about you, which is gonna shock the whole fucking world. It ain't shocked me because I already felt like Martell was moist. I've been saying that shit. I've been saying I felt like Martell was moist. Nobody could just prove the shit. I've been saying in my videos, I felt like something happened to him when he was younger and that there was something there was not quite right. I've been saying the shit. So they had to come up with something lower than what Martell said about Tisha and Marsau. And I feel like they had a conversation off the record and they put Tisha up to have that talk and or conversation on Messy Mondays with Carlos. Carlos, you knew about this shit. You knew what was going to be said. All right. Y'all set the questions up to make it seem like it was going to be a shock and or surprise to give Tisha the opportunity to use your platform, Carlos, to expose Martell. Now, do I feel like they might be about to ice Martell out and get him off the show if he does not go to jail in February? I do. They're tired of Martell. He's a liability. He's unhinged. He's dangerous. He does not get along with the cast. Nobody wants to film with him. All of the Scotts have made it very much so clear they don't want shit else to do with him. So that could be the end for Martell. The only people that are filming with him still is Chris Fletcher. Destiny will always film with him because Martell also knows shit on her. Okay, she will never say, "Oh, I'm not fucking with Martell." She ain't gonna never be somebody that exposed shit on him because she know a lot about him too. She's followed him with every single side chick he's been with. She knows a lot of shit about Martell, but I don't think she's gonna ever turn on him because I think he knows more about her, and he might go ahead and reveal that there may have been an sexual encounter between the two of them. So I think Destiny is going to always stick and stay up under Martell's ass the way she do because of her fear of her exposure, like she's seen him do to Tisha. So if he did the shit to Tisha, he's not above doing it to her. So she going to keep her motherfucking mouth shut and she going to ride that train, the crazy train with Martell as long as she can until that bitch derail. And it's coming in February. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like the Scotts had a conversation, like I said, off the record, and they said, Tisha, they will believe you if you come forward because you don't ever really say nothing. And Tisha said, okay, I'll do it. So she reached out to Carlos and she probably set that shit up. And that's how it got out. That's just my interpretation. I'm gonna say in my opinion of how I feel this whole thing came out because it's weird. Tisha, you don't be on no damn Messy Mondays doing that. You don't revealing people. You don't be clapping back at people, Tisha. That ain't your style. You don't do that because you're a scaredy cat. But I do feel like that's how that shit got set up. And Tisha was upset that Martell exposed her and called her very nasty and saying the nasty things about her that he said because it hurt Marsau too because you can see it on his face.
Martell is absolutely dead wrong for talking about Tisha's history and involving her in the conversation. If they want to have a big D or little D swinging contest, they shouldn't do it in front of the women. I think that's just, it's just so just crass.
I'm leaving.
He hurt by that shit. Both of them. It's like the audacity of you to say that shit on camera when we have held on to this secret for so long because they've been friends for years before the show even came on. So they know stuff about each other. They knew Mel and Martell was about to be on the brink of divorce before the show and they all agreed they wouldn't speak on it. But when Martell gets to revealing receipts, that's going to be always their go-to. And I feel like Tisha was used in this as the scapegoat in this situation. But it did not hit like it needed to hit because now everybody else has been exposed.
I'm done. How you leaving your own business? I don't really like all of this.
Destiny,
yeah, y'all. That's all.
Lance said, hold on.
Hey, Lance, you're not gonna walk your girl to the car?
Turn around quick as
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I understand that Destiny is upset about this situation, but girl, you started this. Like that whole who hurt you the most, Destiny know Martell. So she had to have an idea how this was going to end.
Indeed.
Can't trust a liar.
That's weird.
But Tisha, you just said it happened in college, so he's not a liar. I get it, you embarrassed, sis, but you also said on Messy Monday that did happen before you knew Marsau, that you did mess with one of Martell's friends. You tried to say he was one of the locals, but Martell said it was a friend. Obviously, it was somebody he was messing with. And you might want to find out, since you said it was in college that Martell was messing with boys, is this one of the boys he was messing with that you messed with as well? I'm just saying, if he kissed the boy and he liked it, and you kissed the same boy and you liked it, you might want to get on down there to the clinic too. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on, what you say?
Because if your own mama said you was stank, I ain't trying to start no shit. Your own mama said in the video she went over there to help take care of you that one time, that you was a little funky down there in that region. That's what your mama said. All right. And the old boy from Texas that said that he was dealing with you, he was saying something too about you having a little odor down there. So I don't know. I don't know if your pH balance is broke or if it's fucked up out here. But that's what the people say.
Hey, Tisha.
Can't trust a liar.
Hey,
it's only, girl. It's only something you can get.
I'm not lying about not one thing.
You lied on me.
Hey.
How he lie on you, Tisha?
You just lied on me.
Martell cannot take ownership of his wrongdoings, and he wants everybody to agree with him. Even if he's wrong, he wants you to agree with him.
Yo ass don't care about lies.
Martell acts like a woman, and then he'll start
You
doing
the one. You the one acting like a whole bitch.
Don't
what
do
you
that,
talking
okay?
about?
See, I can take
Okay,
that.
I'm done. I'm about to go. I'm leaving.
I don't want you.
Okay, I'm about to leave.
Martell,
Talk your Let me go be a mommy.
There we go.
I think Marsau and Martell are all the way out of pocket.
All right. What y'all think, y'all?
Both of them.
You need to be ashamed.
I didn't the girl.
That's not the point. Tisha is catching all.
He said, I didn't F that girl. Is he talking about Ariana?
All them strays because you
What
like
strays?
all that bullshit.
You said had sex with a guy in college?
I'm just saying the way he's talking to
It's
her
college.
is collateral
No,
damage
he's
from you
trying,
arguing with him.
He's trying to. That's why I told her to get step away because he's trying to get me to fight him.
I feel you.
And that's not going to happen.
But even while you're saying no, he's hollering in her face and disrespecting her. She's catching the strays.
That's why I told her to leave. That's why I told her to leave.
Kimmy, don't be mad at me. Hey, Martell, she's not gonna be mad. This is what Martell does. What? This is Martell.
Hold on.
He gets sensitive and gets angry. You did.
I was giving the same energy as your brother was giving.
You got mad about the interview and then you went in.
I don't believe that Martell has the proof that he claims to have. And if he did, I think that Martell would have been used it. Like, these guys have been going round and round for close to 6 years. There's no way in the world that you're going to tell me that Martell has the restraint to hold something like that for 6 years.
I think that
It's always something.
they let a lot out today.
They could have kept that part in.
I wonder how much is left. I will not be played no more. So if you're gonna talk about Martell Holt, I'm gonna talk about you too. But again, I got the facts. He gonna make up.
It's a lot, Maurice. You good?
100%.
All right.
Like this is what they do. They had like brothers type of fights. Yeah.
My question is, why did production and Carlos edit out what Marsau had to say? Because that would have been very intricate in this scene right here. If Martell gets to say what he want to say and call names and be saying people nasty and showing his receipts, why not just let what Marsau says as well about Martell? I mean, the shit was gonna come out anyway. It was gonna come out anyway. Why did Marsau's shit that he had to say about Martell get canceled out? But Martell got to say everything he wanted to say, and the only thing we heard from Marsau was the shareable side chick when it came to Ariane. But all the other stuff Tisha said that he said where he was just dropping receipts, we didn't get none of that. And that would have been great for that scene. Okay, that would have been great. That would have actually helped the ratings probably if they would have left that shit up there. But like I said, Carlos and production, they were protecting Martell in that situation. But yeah, I said, yeah, why didn't they leave that shit up there? They should have left it up there. But Carlos is protecting Martell, especially now that is out that Martell is that way. Do I think that Carlos knew probably season 1 that Martell was gay? I think he probably knew. I already told you guys that roll in that sector, they know that other guys are that way. They ain't gonna out you, but he definitely probably already knew, which is why they were hanging out, which is why he had a certain loyalty towards Martell. Okay, when he took him around that time, like I said, to do all those interviews, Carlos was really laying out the red carpet for Martell, knowing that he was doing a lot of stuff that was very fucked up. Okay, he knew. So that's why I feel that way. But that's all we have for this morning, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you guys so much to all my caramellians. Thank you to all the haters, all the people in the bushes just being here and being nosy. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the view as well, because I know you're here. We know you're here. Thank you, though. Belle Wilson, my mod. Thank you. KBR, Tyra, Scorpion Miss. Thank you guys for doing such an awesome job. Okay. And to all of the content creators in the chat, shout out to Chef Don for stopping by. Thank you, sir. True TV Podcast. Thank you for being here. Purple Unicorn. I appreciate you. They said I'll be watching the replay. Thanks, Liz. Thank you, Aries Girl Podcast, Dear Retalk Show, Messy Hills ATL, Boss Lady Bryn, Girlfriend Chronicles, Chronicles of Kim K, Love, Seen, Heard. Thank you guys all for coming over and supporting the channel this morning. It's a great show. Thank you so much, Siobhan Foster. All right. Thank you. Y'all don't forget to leave comments because I do read them and I do respond. All right. Thank you all for doing so. I'll see you guys later on today. I'm going to try to hit y'all up. I might try to push out 2 more videos today. I'm going to see. I got a couple errands I got to run. But after that, I will see you guys momentarily. Okay. Y'all enjoy your Thursday. Have a happy Thursday to all. Happy birthday. I saw a few people in the chat saying they had birthdays. Shout out to you guys. Happy birthday to everybody that's having a birthday. Happy belated birthday to anyone that I may have missed. Happy anniversary if you guys have an anniversary as well. All right. Enjoy your day. Let's get y'all some great music before we get out of here. Love you guys down and bye.